Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here for another fragrance review of a less popular fragrance. It was released, I believe it was this year, but this year is kind of a mess. And it just hit discounters and became a little bit more accessible recently, and it's going to be Carolina Herrera Bad Boy. So let's do a little 360 here. Yeah, it's a lightning bolt with some gold on the back. I know a lot of people don't like this bottle. It's not perfect, but it's fine. I actually like that you can see the juice. You probably can't see that, but the bottle has like some transparency. It looks completely black, but you can definitely see inside. So I see how much the juice level is. But let's talk about the fragrance. So this is basically tonka and cacao with some freshness. So it's a nice sweet fragrance with freshness, and the freshness is gonna come from bergamot and sage. I love both of those notes. I love when a sweet fragrance is balanced out with freshness, and it's got some pepper in there. So to me, this is a really, really nice fragrance. The first time I smelled it, I was at a Macy's. It was probably right before everything shut down. They didn't release it yet. He said, if you come back next week, you can buy it. I already knew I wasn't going to. I was gonna wait till it hit discounters. But I think that was literally right before everything shut down, and there was no next week to be had. So, I mean, next week happened. It just, there was no mall. So I was able to pick a bottle up online for my brother-in-law for his wedding day, but I kind of wanted to wait until I could get like a tester or something for myself, because I was like, you know, I've got enough bottles to give it a minute before I pick this one up. So for me, this fragrance is all about the cacao. This is a very chocolatey fragrance, but you are going to pick up on the other notes. I think the sage, you're going to get a lot of sage throughout the fragrance. The bergamot is more on the top. It does kind of fade after a short amount of time, but the sage kind of keeps it going fresh for a lot longer. Now, in terms of performance, this is not a beast, but you don't always want a beast. So this, about longevity wise, I get about 7 hours, but about at the 6 hour mark, it's pretty much a skin scent. I am okay with that. Now, I know I got about maybe like 2 hours, maybe hour and a half, 2 hours of good projection. But with this, when I say good projection, I mean just an arm's length scent bubble. This isn't going to travel too far. Good sillage though. I actually got a lot better sillage than I got projection off of this. And I know at the 3 hour mark, a coworker commented on this. So let's go right into compliments again on this. I did get compliments on this immediately when I walked into a room. My sillage trail, as I passed by a couple of coworkers, someone said something about how nice that scent was. And I was like, oh, you can smell that? And she's like, yeah, it smells really good. I could smell it from over here. And I was kind of shocked because this one gets really trash for performance. And I actually will say I go nose blind to this one very quickly. So, I really wasn't smelling it on myself, and I was probably wearing it, I think it was about an hour and a half I'd already been wearing it. So she's like, no, I can definitely smell it from over here. She's about 3-4 feet away, and I was like, okay, that's kind of nice. That's good to know. And she really liked it. She actually asked me what it was. So when someone actually asks me what a fragrance is, to me that means that they really enjoy it, because they're like, okay, I kind of want to look into this fragrance. That's how much I love it. And my coworker that was sitting, maybe 2 feet away from me at the 3 hour mark said, I don't know what that is, but you smell so good. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, that's really nice. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm really enjoying it. Like, I keep getting whiffs of it as you move around. So basically it wasn't like really projecting off of me, but as I was kind of moving, it just whiffs were just going in his direction, left and right. But he really liked it, so that was pretty cool. Again, I definitely didn't smell it. It was a little bit past the 3 hour mark, and I thought that it had already kind of, died down. This is one that I do go nose blind to early, but because I get bashed so much, I just assumed that it didn't live, which I don't care. If I really like a fragrance, if it doesn't perform that well, I will let you guys know, but I will still wear it. I don't care. I will also say that I got that 7 hours with probably 10 to 11 sprays. You can spray heavy on this, and I don't care. Like, it's 100 ml, and I usually decant all my bottles, but I don't know how to decant this, and I don't want to figure out and then end up messing up the bottle. I'll just use it. It doesn't matter to me. Like, honestly, when I get bottles with these really interesting atomizers that I don't know how to take the top off for. I don't decant them because I'm not going to go out of my way for it. So performance-wise, honestly, this is pretty average with designer releases these days. They're not putting out too many beast mode fragrances, so when you guys bash this, you might as well bash everything else. What's the difference? I'll wait. So let's move on. Who can wear this? I think anyone could wear this. Again, it's just really chocolatey with that nice vanilla and a little bit of freshness. To me, all honesty, very unisex fragrance. I don't know that anyone who is mature or too mature and likes mature fragrances, I should say, because you can be any age and like sweet fragrances, is going to like this because it does have that chocolatey note, but I don't think it's too sweet. Even on my skin, it doesn't oversweeten, which is saying a lot because most things will oversweeten on my skin. This doesn't, and it smells so, so, so good. If I had to give it an age range, I honestly think anyone up to probably late 30s is going to enjoy it because, again, it's not too sweet, but it is sweet. I think an 18-year-old would rock it, 25-year-old, 30-year-old, 35-year-old. I think potentially once you hit that category where you're not allowed to like sweet fragrances anymore. Oh, wait, that's not a thing. Okay, yeah, we're not putting an age on this because it doesn't make any sense. There's no age range. If you like sweet fragrances, chocolatey fragrances, you're probably going to like this. I think a lot of people are gonna like this. I think it's gonna appeal to a lot of people. Where can you wear this? Okay, so because this is not a huge projector, I think this is actually a really nice date night scent because it kind of pulls people in and they're like, oh, that smells really good. But you're not like, you know, just projecting obnoxiously. It's not gonna be a club banger to me unless you live in a humid environment. I think if you use this somewhere where it's humid, this would probably project quite a bit. I can't test that where I live now because there's no humidity ever. So even when I visit, you know, my family in Florida, I don't usually visit in the summer because it's too hot. So I don't think I would really be able to give you guys too much feedback on that. However, you know what? If you've tried this and you live in a humid environment, let us know in the comments how this is done because I honestly think that if you lived in a humid environment, this would probably be an okay club banger, to be completely honest. I think it would do really well. But here where I live, I think this is an amazing date night fragrance. I think you could wear this to the office. Yeah, it's sweet. It's not offensive. This is a very inoffensive, really people-pleasing scent. I pretty much think you could wear it anywhere. It's more of an evening scent, but I think you're okay if there's a little chill in the air. I think it'd be okay in the daytime too, honestly. I don't think it's like too cloying to not be able to wear in the day. Again, the performance is going to be a little bit more subtle compared to, you know, a lot of other sweet fragrances. So I think you could get away with wearing this in a lot more environments. I think it's going to end up making it more versatile. Season-wise, it is a fall-winter fragrance, but again, evening, you could probably rock it all year. I don't think that this would ever get too cloying. And if you live somewhere that's really humid, if you pull back the sprays a little, I think you would still be okay. My brother-in-law wore it to his wedding in July in Florida, and it did really well. So he liked it a lot. I couldn't really tell you performance based off that day because it was a wedding and we were very busy. However, I know he really enjoyed it and no one complained about him, you know, smelling too strong or anything like that. He left a really nice scent trail. I do remember that. But season-wise, I honestly think that if you're wearing it during the day, yeah, fall and winter, but nighttime, you could totally rock this year-round. And again, compliment factor, as long as you're not looking to, you know, push out too hard, you're gonna get compliments. It's a good one. It's a people-pleasing one, guys. Like, all honesty, Carolina Herrera, their designer line, it's mostly people-pleasing fragrances. I got Good Girl for my sister. Why? Because that is a people-pleasing fragrance, and she wasn't really sure which direction to go with, you know, her wedding fragrance, and I was like, you know, it's a really nice bottle. I already know you're going to love it, and she absolutely did. They make good fragrances. You can bash them for a lot of things, but they make stuff that sells, and I mean, you don't always need something ultra unique. These aren't going to be ultra unique. This is not ultra unique, but it's good price-wise. So price on this for a designer is not great yet. I will link it down below to fragrancebuy.ca. I think I picked up this tester for around the $65 mark. And the only thing that gives away that this is a tester is the box being plain and... okay, it says tester right there at the very bottom. I don't think there's any way I can show... Oh, there it is. Okay, so it says tester right there. But not there, just at the very bottom. I don't think that's a big deal. That's why I waited for a tester on this, because there's no cap, so it doesn't matter anyways. If you want to pick it up, I'll link it down below. I think that's the only place I can find it now other than retail. If you've worn this, let us know what you think and how many compliments you've gotten so far, because I feel like this gets bashed unnecessarily pretty frequently. And other fragrances that I've tried and have not been particularly impressed with have been really hyped. So I don't really get that. So again, drop it in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because why not? And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.